Hello, my name is Dan Schmitt, and I'm the candidate for Congress in the 5th Congressional District in the state of Illinois. I'm in Boston right now because I am up to here with the way the media represents the Tea Party. Like the Tea Party in America is some evil group. If you listen to Chris Matthews from MSNBC, Nancy Pelosi, even our Senator, Dick Durbin, they make it sound like the Tea Party are some kind of outrageous group of people opposing President Obama. The reason the Tea Party came about was because President Obama has been spending money like insanity. So I'm here standing at the Boston Tea Party Ship and Museum. This represents sort of where the Tea Party took place. Really, over at 470 Atlantic Avenue is really the true location. But over 200 years with the landfill, the coastline here, the bay here, have been moved. And also the big dig that took place for Interstate 93 has also shifted things around. I'm happy that at least they have a good idea where the Boston Tea Party took place. What the Boston Tea Party represents is average working class people. People like Paul Revere that was part of the Boston scene. Sons of Liberty. They stood up and did not want to put up, first it was the Townshend Act, it was the Stamp Act, then the Townshend Act, and then that was repealed and the tax stayed on tea. Just like the Tea Party nowadays, we are objecting to Obamacare, which is the national government taking care of your health care. No matter how they divide it, how they cut it, they proposed a 2,000-page bill that nobody read. They passed it through the middle of night so that nobody was paying attention, even though we were all paying attention. And that was the birth of the modern Tea Party. Between the spending, the stimulus spending, the out-of-control spending in Washington, and the idea of taking away our health care, shared responsibility or shared sacrifice is not part of the American way. So that's why I'm here. The Tea Party was just regular, ordinary, hard-working people. People like Paul Revere was part of the movement, and one of the people that came down here, Sam Adams, was another member of the early Sons of Liberty. They got together, and instead of paying the tea tax, even though the governor of Boston, who was an English governor, accepted the tax on the tea, and 3 ships came into Boston Harbor, which was right in this area. These people marched, dressed as Mohawk Indians, came down here and went on the ships and threw the tea into the harbor rather than pay the tax. So that is the beginning of the Tea Party. Regular, ordinary, working class people getting together, protesting movement of their government, protesting acts that are passed by their government. The colonists here in Boston, let's bring up a couple names. Paul Revere, we're going to go by Paul Revere's house and talk about Paul Revere because he typifies the average colonist. Paul Revere, as everybody's heard of him, was one of the businessmen in Boston that got involved with the revolution. Just to let you know, that was average working class people that led the revolution in Boston, which led to the American Revolution. So this is all part of what happened in Boston that led to our freedom. And that's what this whole thing is all about, why I'm doing this video. Is our freedom came about from regular, average, working class people that joined together and threw off the tyranny of Britain. And we are facing with that same situation now as far as the tyranny out of Washington, D.C. So how does that reflect on the Tea Party movement? The Tea Party movement is about the out-of-control spending. I firmly believe President Obama and Congressman Mike Quigley, they're going to queer the deal of America. The fine line between liberty and responsibility. They believe that the federal government should control everything. They believe that the federal government has an answer to all problems. They believe that the federal government should take care of everybody. This concept of share sacrifice is terrible. It's evil. Obamacare is evil. You only own one thing, and that is your life. You are only responsible for one thing, and that is your health. If you believe that some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. is going to care about your health, you are kidding yourself. That's what the Tea Party represents. The Tea Party represents freedom, liberty, throwing off tyranny. The Tea Party, the descendants of the Tea Party back in 1773. That's what the modern Tea Party is all about. Take care of the spending first. People like Paul Revere, businessmen, craftsmen, Paul Revere. That's what this is all about. The Tea Party movement is about freedom. It's about our freedom. You expect government to take care of you, you are kidding yourself. If you believe that government has your interests at heart, you are kidding yourself. And that's what my campaign's all about. If you believe in freedom, if you believe in the Constitution, if you believe the spending's out of control in Washington, D.C., then that's what I'm all about. So as we stand in front of this representation, the original Tea Party, remember, Dan Schmitt for Congress, DanSchmittForCongress.com, WalkWithDan.com for more information about this candidacy. And remember, between President Obama and Mike Quigley, I'm afraid they're going to queer the deal that makes America so great. And that's why I'm running. We have to do something about the out-of-control spending in Washington, D.C.